Okay. I'm going to need a couple of them, that's for sure. What's going on, everybody? Just give me a little while. You know how it is with my live streams. Oh man, I got a pounding headache. Funny how YouTube is running ads on some of my videos and I haven't seen a fucking inch of revenue. Oh. Forgive me, everybody. I feel like a zombie. I was out like a light last night. Albeit that the stuff I'm taking to help me sleep these days, man, it's like elephant tranquilizer. Take it at the wrong time, I'll easily sleep for about 10 to 12 hours, and that's exactly what happened last night. I needed to just enter the realm of the metaphorical dead, so to speak. I should really trim my nails before I get started here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I got a whole bunch of eBay orders I absolutely have to get out. I'm kind of falling behind with this stuff. Unfortunately, you're going to notice me a little shaky. Unfortunately, my anxiety is through the roof today. I got off the phone with my bank. I might be able to recover $150 because of this fucking woman, this latest one. Not gonna let her just fucking willy-nilly have my money and then fucking get away with what she did. Just like Jenny. Jenny. Fuck you, Jenny. Fuck you, Jenny. Fuck you, Jenny. How's that? 3 F-bombs in a row. I don't care. Because that woman attacked me in one of my videos because her and her fucking monkey goon-looking ape that she's with, he must be kissing her ass by spending every last hard-earned dime that he has on her. He'll find out what happens when you spend all your money on a woman. Eventually you go broke. And then she'll leave you flat like a fucking virus or like a plague and find somebody else to suck their wallet dry. So I don't want you to. Fuck you. I'll talk about you all I want. Cheating little fucking whore. Cheating whore. Must feel nice to spread your legs for all kinds of different men, just so that this way you can suck their wallet dry, right? But at least, oh, I'm zesty, I'm spicy, and I'm a little hot under the collar. How long have I been live? I just started. Welcome aboard, everybody. Do me a huge solid. Hit that thumbs up button. Always hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Check out my 2 links in this live stream. My eBay store and my coffee link. If you guys want to help us support the channel financially, shameless eBay is now over. But definitely hit that thumbs up button, folks. It really helps the channel to grow. Go Knicks. Yeah, this is now NBA Finals time. I'm not a real big fan of basketball, to be honest with you. My New York Giants, man, have been ruffling feathers left and right now that OBJ is back on the squad. I did watch some highlights with their practice squad. We'll see. Am I an Eagles fan? Yeah, sure. Saquon Barkley is probably like, maybe I should. Well, then again, listen, Barkley got his Super Bowl ring, so he has no say in what goes on right now. But it'd be interesting to see what this new Giants squad looks like when they're actually in the preseason. My tamper-proof labels arrived. My fragile labels arrived, which is good. Scan before delivery labels arrived. But I'm starting to reach the point where I'm going to have to order up some more Armalopes. Guys, if you're customers of mine and your orders are late, I think if you're watching this video or this live stream, you'll understand what's been going on. What's going on, 99? Everybody in this chat, thank you very much for your continued support. I have a whole bunch of eBay orders I have to get out. I am falling behind, unfortunately. He's only an Eagles fan with a large eBay payment arrives. yes, absolutely. Capitalize on other people's suffering, I guess. They changed the eBay label. Anybody who's an eBay seller, at least on my end, all the fonts are different. The QR code is bigger. At least you could see the damn thing. But the fonts are a lot cleaner. But the postage is the same, unfortunately. But yeah, I got quite a few cards I absolutely have to get out. I've put these out for long enough. I do want to give you folks $1,500 Marlins card sold. I just love the Marlins. Can you believe it? Yeah, the bandwagon. You know, I hate to admit it. You know who does that? Trump does that kind of shit. When he's got people supporting him. Like Jackson, like what happened with this whole Jackson Dart stupidity recently. He looks like a model. He looks like a model. He's a really fine young man. All that kind of stuff. They all love me. They all really, really love me. He sounds like Jim Carrey from The Mask. You love me. You really, really love me. I'm trying to be a little happier here, folks. I do got some good news, potentially good news. So as you know, what happened the other night has really, really put the metaphorical nail in the coffin for me with certain shit. I was able to get off I talked to my bank on the phone to see what I can do if I can recoup some of my funds from these illegal immigrant fence jumping fucking whores that seem to keep crossing my path. Unfortunately, in certain circumstances, there's really not much that they can do because I don't know if it's statute of limitations or whatever it is. But I may be getting back at least $150 of my money. So I should get at least $150 back. The person I spoke to on the phone was very nice. They see all the business transactions and the personal transactions between my accounts. And the rent, Duke Energy, which is the electric company, all of that, boom, boom, boom. And I rattled all that off by memory. There should only be like maybe 9 transactions within the last 48 hours that half of them are still processing, the rest have processed, and those are like my personal bills and whatnot. So they took a look. Some stuff I can't get, unfortunately. But they might be able to get me back at least $150. So I gotta wait. I think they said 7 to 10 business days. So today's already Wednesday. Today's hump day. So I probably won't know until sometime next week, which is fine. I got plenty of money where I can get at it. I'm not strapped for cash. The only thing I really got to wait for, unfortunately, is my my anniversary date for my business is up on June 11th. So I'm going to have to renew the day of, and that's like almost $400 to do. So, but I'm going to have to start going ham, dropping a ton of stuff on eBay because, I started collecting money for petty cash, just, to have like money to burn. And that built up fairly quickly. And I like to continue to add to that. So for every eBay sale, let me tell you, it was something that my dad said when he was alive while I'm processing these orders. He would always tell me, you save a dime, you'll have $1. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's old school sayings like that are very true. Save $1 here, $5 there, $2 there, 50 cents there. So, yeah, I've noticed a trend even on my end. Like, I have a pretty good customer base. It all depends on what kind of cards I list. And because of all of this stuff, since the Topps Chrome Black cards I listed, I really haven't listed anything brand spanking new. But a lot of listings I did relist as auctions. Tonight, there's maybe like 5 or 6 of those listings. I have a couple Shohei Ohtanis and some other high-profile cards. I'm going to pull down those listings and redo them as auctions. I think the same thing happened to me last year, where I really wasn't getting a lot of buy it nows. Unless you're doing penny auctions. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have to. The only thing that's really going to sell these days are the high ticket items, or high priced, or high ticket priced items, I should say. Excuse me. Like the cards here that I'm packing now, there really wasn't anything too hardcore with them. I mean, they sold nonetheless. I'm not gonna complain whether I get a penny or I get $1. I'm lucky, but it is the summer. People are going on vacation, and people are traveling and all that kind of stuff. And the economy is all fucked up. Let me tell you, even gas by me. Typically here in North Carolina, gas is always like maybe $1.98. All the way as high as maybe $2.59. These days it's like, and I got my Sam's Club membership, so it's typically like $3.99 to almost $4.29 in some cases, which is really expensive for gas down here. But at least when you shop over at BJ's, even if you not BJ's, I'm sorry, Sam's Club, you get gas credits that add up. I did list the Dollander autograph, but nobody's going near it. For whatever reason, I'm having a difficult time comping the The Topps Chrome black cards for some reason. Some do comp, some don't. And their prices are constantly changing. I might have that Dollander overpriced, to be honest with you. But the 2026 Topps Chrome blacks, for whatever reason, when I put them through the scanner, through eBay's scanning tool, they almost always never pop up. So I have to do it manually. Even on Sports Cards Pro, on their website, I plug in the information and a lot of these cards are not popping up, and I really don't understand why, unless maybe it's still too early yet for that many sales to reflect prices of these cards. But I'm gonna have to take some of them because I got the inks. As a matter of fact, you mentioned those cards. Of course, I touch one, they all fall, right? You just love the fucking rules of reality. Yeah, okay, Avalanche. Come on, back up. I just want one card, not 80. God damn it. So, God, I got all those Diamantes to list. I'm so far behind with my listings here, it's ridiculous. But there's the Jonah Tong auto I still have. The Jackson Jobs, I don't think are going to do anything. This isn't going to do anything. I'm missing something here. I haven't sat at my desk in a while. See, if I walk away from my desk and I set things up in a certain way and then I leave, I forget what the fuck it was I did, why I did it. These might be them. Let me see. Yeah, these are them. Okay. So here's all the Topps Chrome blacks. I do have the... There's the Basayo short print that I discovered. That's still here. The Max Fried Gold out of 50. I still got that. The Brandon Sproat, which he's still the talk of the town. There's that... whatchamacallit there, the Roman Anthony super short print rookie, the George Springer. So I still got those, and I got a pile of parallels yet I still got a list. It's just getting around to it, man. I'm falling behind a lot because of all these distractions. I should be up at least $200 by now. I consider a $100 week to be a good week. Even $50 to me is okay too. Yeah, what's going on? I'm working on it, guys. You know, I really appreciate your patience. You know, many of you were right in looking out for my best interests. Just to give a quick update as to what happened this morning. I mean, I'm taking brand new stuff to help me sleep, and I slept for like 12 hours last night. So you can imagine I am well rested, but I still feel like mope-a-dope because that medication is still in me, so I'm like a little I still feel like a little shaky. But with that being said, I got in touch with my bank to see what I can do, if I can recoup some of my losses because of what happened with these fucking women. Unfortunately, with a huge majority of it, there's nothing I can really do. But I might be able to get at least $150 back. So they gave me a provisional credit of $150. And we'll see in the next 7 to 10 business days whether that sticks or not. I actually have my bank is actually right here in town. So I can always bring screen captures directly to the teller and to the assistant manager over there and whatnot. And she's a real nice lady. You know, and hand over all of these screen captures where this asshole has me blocked all across the board. You know, like this person came and essentially used me and literally stole money off me. So far, it looks okay. If I can at least get $150 back, I consider that a victory. But I'm gonna have to get on the ball, man. I gotta really recoup my fucking losses with all of this. You know, I don't care from now on if a woman holds 3 kids in front of my face and she's on her hands and knees, stark naked, begging for, you know what? I'm just going to kick dirt in her eyes. I can't go through this again. Not again. Not for a 4th time. It's like when I did that live stream the other night. It all panned out to be bullshit. They knew it. I knew it. Based on the questions they were asking me. And yet here I am still, just like always, unscathed in that aspect. Yeah, if I'm able to get $150 back, I consider that to be a victory. Because when I look at that fucking other asshole who I have now, I blocked her on WhatsApp because she's been in the middle of the fucking night, which is the most sensitive time for me because, you know, I've told you guys I suffer with insomnia. And when I need to sleep, I need to sleep. And in the middle of the night, she started sending me photos of her and her little fucking Home Depot day laborer boyfriend that she's got now, flaunting her kid in the car seat and whatnot. I said, fuck that. I just blocked her recently so she can't message me no more. And that goes for my cell phone too, not just WhatsApp. The fucking nerve. You know, like I said, at least some of that money will hopefully come back to me. I got the provisional credit. You know, it's not like I'm strapped for cash. I got money where I can get at it, thank God. Thank God I prepared for shit like this. You know, because right now that put me at a pretty significant loss. But to at least get something back, I consider that a small victory. But with this other asshole, that's done. That one's done too. Fuck that. And she had the nerve to fucking try to call me and message me and all this kind of stuff. I should show you. I was able to extract the food menu from when we went. I want to ask the room a question, okay? If you're ever invited by a significant other or a friend, unless it's made clear that you have to pay, like we used to do this back in the days. Come on, throat. You know what it is? The pollen's bad outside today. That's why I got a headache like I do. It's not just a medication. So back in the days, we used to have what do you call them? Keg parties with the little beer kegs, right? And you buy your cup. And it was always amongst friends, and we would say, hey, listen, everybody throw in $5, you buy your cup, you write your name on your cup, and the cup is yours, you drink as much as you want. And that's how we would do it. But we would establish that beforehand. I thought she was inviting me to a family get-together, like a barbecue, but I didn't know I had to pay to fucking eat. I had to shell out, I think I had like $60 in my pocket, and I had to spend 50 of that. I'm sorry, not 50, 40. I had to spend 40 of that. My apologies. I had to spend 40 of that on a plate for me and a plate for her. And it finally dawned on me through this experience that, you know why these fucking illegal immigrant women do this? I'll tell you why. Why they do this to men like me. Because once you get an inkling of who and what they are, that they don't belong in this country, they're here illegally. Once they get even a whiff, this man knows I don't belong here. They will fucking do everything and anything to throw shade at you to protect themselves from being put back in a UPS box and shipped back across the fucking border where they belong. I finally come to the realization that that's why this has been happening with me. Because the police up there, the first thing they asked me, did you threaten to call ICE on her? I said, fucking A, because there are 10 grown men versus me. You best believe I'm going to fucking protect myself. I have that right to do so. It is built in. General Assembly, what is it, 14 52.1.2 and point 3, I believe, the stand your ground law. I think that's the statute, if I'm not mistaken. And if I feel like I'm being cornered by a group of men, you best believe I'm going to use my mouth. I might not have a weapon. I've got these two, and I've got my mouth and my brain. They knew it was bullshit. I knew it was bullshit. Once they pulled out my medical cards from the World Trade Center and they put 2 and 2 together, they knew what was happening. I knew what was happening. I still had to go through the motions. I said, guys, whatever orders you have for me, listen, I've been side by side with the NYPD in New York. My cousin, Billy Aubrey, removed, was a chief of detectives in Manhattan many years ago. So, you know, I don't carry anything on me anymore. I don't need that kind of heat. I don't take anything with me anymore. I'm done with that. I still have them, but I don't carry anymore. So if you need me to comply with something, I'm not a threat to you. I will. I said this to him. I'm giving you permission. You want to pat me down? You want to search me? Because I know why the ambulance is here. I know why the firefighters are here. You're going to put me through the ringer. Like, they knew I knew what was going on. In other words, that went to show that obviously I'm not all fucking nuts and wild and crazy like she was trying to make me out to. So I complied with their orders. I volunteered myself to do certain shit. And before you know it, take care, sir. See you around. Walk back to my car, and then that's when I did that live stream. Yeah, I mean, I do have them. I got the Pepperball SX, the modified one with the electronic hopper and all that good stuff. I got the TCP and the TMP still. I got my Gamma 22s. You know, I got 4 22 carbine pump action rifles here and all that kind of stuff. But I've shot them all summer last year when my buddy came down here, when, you know, just before my dad died. You know, he went with me to a couple firing ranges up north, here in North Carolina, out in the backwoods at the national parks to do some paper shooting. But, you know, they're sitting in their cases. You know, and especially now with the private security we have on the property, we have an in-house police officer that works directly with the town police, which is good. We even have a social worker now on the property, which is fucking awesome. You know, God forbid if anything happens emotionally or financially and you need help, they have that here on the property now. That's a really good thing to take advantage of if you ever need it. So that when you put 2 and 2 together, and after what happened last year, and especially this is not North Charlotte, this is South Charlotte, for the most part, with the exception of 1 or 2 knuckleheads, from what I heard, certain things happened while I was, you know, not home that took place at the pool. I'm not at liberty to discuss it, even though there's no NDA. I don't want that to reflect on the property because it's not the property's fault. It's the fucking idiots that go to the pool that just do whatever they want. I was there Saturday because I was supposed to go see this girl Saturday, and she backed out on me, right? I had my cooler. Well, that too. I mean, in some cases, they will come knocking on your door. They do that sometimes. Only if it's necessary. But that's more reserved for like people that are like way beyond my level of disability. You know, everything that I got, you know, with the post-traumatic stress and maybe with some of the other issues that I got, but I'm not that far gone for me to want to utilize that. I think that's abusing it. But anyway, so, you know, I'm there with my cooler and I have my usual stuff, and they typically don't bother you. If you engage in subterfuge and you take whatever it is you have and you hide it and you behave yourself and you don't act like a freaking drunken idiot, they'll leave you alone. They just don't like it around the kids, and rightfully so. And there are a lot more kids here on the property than there ever was before. And you guys know I've been buying. I still need to buy another box. The where's Star? I'm gonna call you 2020 from now on, instead of using your old avatar's name. I'll call you 2020. So So 2020 donated money for the kids, you know, for potato chips or snacks or whatever. I still have that put off to the side. I need time to buy another box from Sam's Club or Walmart. But, you know, if there's at least one responsible adult there, they'll kind of let it slide and let the kids there. And I volunteer myself sometimes to watch the kids. They're good. Some of these kids are really good kids. You guys know that. But all of a sudden, like around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, there's a fucking army of people that I don't recognize. There are kids in there I've never seen before. One of these jackasses who got yelled at, and I was watching from my perch right here from my front door as the assistant manager caught 2 of them walking around with big ass 40-ounce bottles of fucking beer. At least one of them I saw in the hand. And she came out and let them have it. And it's the same asshole who lets his kids fucking run all over the property. They look dirt poor. The kids got holes in their sneakers. Ah, it's the ice maker. Never mind. One of his sons threw a scooter at a car that was driving through the property. The management has told him, I'm on the side of the management with this. I'm sorry. I have to take sides here. I have to be on the side of good on this one. And the management is right, because if a kid gets killed on this property, it's going to end up falling on their shoulders. And they've been trying to push to get some of these irresponsible parents to, at least at minimum, put a fucking plastic salad bowl on your head with a chin strap. But a lot of the parents, they let it go in one ear and out the other. I have to take the side of the management on this one. I'm fully in agreement with that because I've seen it myself a couple times. But anyway, the same father is rifling through my fucking cooler. And I caught him doing it. I said, man, I got to start charging for my own beer around here. It's like a fucking free-for-all. Excuse me. He's like, what's that supposed to mean? I said, well, how you doing, first off? You don't just fucking help you. And, you know, I'm like, you know what? I put 2 and 2 together. There's like 40 or 50 people. I mean, that's a bit exaggerated. Maybe a little bit less than that. I want to say it's a little hard to gauge because a lot of them were kids. Like kids I've never seen. But anyway, my other friend was there. I took a look at her. I'm like, listen, I'm out of here, man. I'm getting the fuck. This whole thing doesn't pass the smell test. I'm getting out. I don't want to be here. Something's going to happen. I don't want to be around when it happens. My spidey sense is tingling. Like you get that funny feeling that, you know, you're in a place where you shouldn't be. That's exactly what I felt like. I ended up packing up my cooler. I was hoping to have seen my now latest fence jumping illegal immigrant Venezuelan, you know, who fucking pulled this stunt on me. But that didn't happen Saturday, so I said, fuck it. I came back home, I took a shower, I did my thing. And then Sunday, you know, is when all that bullshit happened with this one. So, apparently somebody threw furniture into the pool, patio, the pool furniture. And somebody broke a light fixture, apparently, from what I heard. A couple of the neighbors called me, which I have no idea why. I guess I have that reputation where people trust me that way. I'm not a fucking community leader. I got to make that clear. I'm not a community leader. I'm not the fucking borough president. I'm not, you know, an HOA or any of that kind of stuff. I'm just a fucking guy. But I guess because of my name and my reputation, a lot of people trust me with that kind of shit. And they said, yeah, somebody was throwing furniture into the pool furniture into the pool and broke one of the light fixtures and ripped the light fixture off the wall or out of the ground. I'm like, thank God I left when I did. And I haven't been back because of all this other stuff. I don't think it's open. I don't see. Well, then again, it's Wednesday, right? So I don't normally around this time. At this time of the year, until school officially closes, you're not going to see anybody in there. You might find me in there, you know, because I can, given the nature of my life's circumstances. But there is clearly, and I've seen it because I already yelled I already got into a huge argument a couple weeks ago off property. I got 4 photos of liquor bottles right now on my phone that I took last night, even when I came home, because I was hanging out with one of my buddies on the other side of the property there. That there are liquor bottles all over the fucking causeway. Whether or not they were cleaned up, I have no idea. I guess I'll find out once I get these eBay orders processed. There's something wrong with people. There's something seriously wrong with society as a whole these days, that people are just phoning it in, hurting each other, ripping each other off, scamming one another. I've now had it done to me 3 times. And I wonder if you're watching, Jenny. I will talk about you all day, all night. You know, you cheated on me. You don't belong in my country. And this poor goon-looking, you know, Popeye goon, monkey, gorilla person that you're with is probably spending every single nickel and dime that he has to kiss your ass because you want the wedding ring because you think that's going to get you into this country for free. That's not how it works. Fuck you. Because she left me a snide comment in one of my live streams this morning that I saw. And I called her a cheating prostitute. That's what that meme was on my community page. Every time she does that, I'm going to post a fucking meme with her to call her out, because that's what she is. She's just like Maria and just like this one. Milna was her name, by the way. Just like Milna, the same fucking way. They're all the same. 2-legged TNA fucking leeches that want nothing more than a man's money and resources. A lot of you called it. I didn't listen because I was blinded by emotions. Not this time. Hopefully, if I can at least get $150 back in my pocket, I consider that to be a small victory. The provisional credit's already in my account. At least I got that going for me. Once I finally settle down, folks, I got a lot of stuff I got to do here at home, too. I got to steam clean my carpet because the weather is warm enough where I can do that, where it will dry fast. This head better not be her. I don't want her here. Is that the same car? That just caught the side of my eye. It looks like her fucking car. She better not be coming here. I can't. You might not be able to see it because of how dark it is. You see that right there? That's the Cobalt Bluetooth speaker, but that's the big one up on my second shelf right there that I use at home. And I got the little one inside my car right now. Actually, I shouldn't really even have it in there because the heat will ruin the battery and probably damage that battery. But you get so fucking fed up with all of this stuff after a while. It's like, well, like I said, hopefully, from what it looks like, I'll be able to get some of that money back. We'll see how it goes. I've really got to get on the ball. Guys, there's so much shit coming. By the way, I did get the shipping notice. I do have 3 more items coming, and it's just getting bigger. My backlog is so huge, I can probably start a small brick and mortar store if I wanted to. Transformers Krenix is on his way. I got the shipping. I think I got that from Hasbro Pulse. They sent me the email that he's on his way. What's the name of the now deceased announcer for the New York Yankees? Um, Something Sterling, John Sterling, I think his name was, past tense. I ordered for two patches for my Yankees jerseys. They're going to be wearing John Sterling patches for the rest of the season. So I have two of them coming. I was able to finally, after fucking years and years of hunting. Now I made my own Red Letter Media lightning fast VCR patches. I'm a big fan of Red Letter Media with Mike Stoklasa and Jay Bauman. Whatchamacallit? I was able to finally track down the official fucking patches. The last time they released patches, it was a couple of years ago. And then the one who's responsible for the distribution of their merch, they're releasing another limited amount, so I ordered for two of them. They're like $30 each though. And they're just as big as these. But I made my own, because I'm a fan of their channel, so I had to have them. But I was able to get two of the official patches, so they'll be here soon. What else is coming? There was a couple things coming. I think I showed this already. My little mini Voltron came. I'm probably gonna get the vehicle Voltron, the little mini one. The reviews I've seen of this guy have been pretty awesome so far. But I definitely got that. But this backlog is just getting bigger and bigger. Again, I got those Jordans I want to review. One of you said I should just save this for Father's Day because these are called the world's best dad sneakers. So I still got these on the back burner yet. All of these Transformers and fucking He-Man action figures. My God, and there's still stuff coming. Yikes. My backlog is just way, way, way insane. I have to start really just getting back on track and focusing on this. I had a big, I'm not going to mention this directly. I had a big fight with YouTube over this sort of thing. And YouTube, I'm sorry to say, promotes cyberbullying and harassment. I've been watching what's been going on with Jeremy Hambley, the quartering. Yeah, he's a bit of an ass. I stopped watching him a long time ago because it's nothing but regurgitated crap that he just reads off a screen. Like Tim Pool does that same stuff, but at least Tim Pool engages in conversation, whereas like Hambley literally just paraphrases off of other people's websites. And then he got caught stealing YouTube shorts from other content creators, and he got roasted for that. But it gets to a point when you start, swatting people, slandering people, and YouTube just does not want to be on the side of content creators like me. I could sit here until I'm blue in the face, and I've showed all of you that paperwork. I actually, like I said, I paid for Incogni. There are over 400 examples of my name which have now been wiped off the internet because of these data brokers and all that. Some of the websites have taken my mugshots down, others haven't. I'm still fighting them to do so. But it's tiring, it's exhausting, and that just makes things even worse up here for me because it's extra stress. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? Even my own mother got tired of it because she was ready to go through DC 37's legal system to go after him. She has their numbers. I gave my mom and my sister. Again, my sister is married to a military police officer whose father is a police officer out in Long Island. And I passed on their information both to my mom and my sister. But my mom is so inundated with her own stuff still to this day because of my father dying. And my dad's 1 year anniversary is coming up. Right, Jenny? I hope you're watching, you fucking illegal immigrant whore. Spreading your legs. I hope your monkey boyfriend keeps paying for expensive vacations, paying for expensive food, paying for expensive fucking clothing. When he goes broke, you'll leave him, won't you? All you care about is the fucking ring. Where were you when my dad died, asshole? Oh yeah, that's right. You had me, you called the cops on me 4 times for no reason. And I was acquitted, stupid ass. You know why I was acquitted? Because again, the little trick that they use, folks, is that once they get a whiff that they figure out that you know that they don't belong here, that's what they do. To protect themselves from being put in a fucking Connex box and dropped off at their local fucking immigration station. Little fucking whore. And facts are facts are facts. And now it's happened to me 3 times. And YouTube doesn't seem to give a flying fuck. I don't even want to talk about that. I really don't even want to talk about that anymore. Because there's no rhyme or reason to it. They started this first back in New York because I called out their Star Wars group for throwing me under the bus. Because I exposed them for who and what they really are. They're not there for charity. They're there for the free shit. The free tickets to baseball games, free tickets to soccer games, free tickets to hockey games, free food, free t-shirts, free. And then the jealousy got even worse because I was the only Darth Vader at that time to get paid $500 times 2 for doing paid events as an actor. And some of them got offended by that as well. That's really what started all of this, is I called it out. I spent a couple $1,000s on a backdrop and all sorts of shit and Nerf guns and darts for an event that my friend Frank Patz, which they will gladly try to call him out, but they still attend their events anyway, right? Assholes. Because he lets them get in for free or half price. But they threw me under the bus to protect their free tickets. That's what happened. And they didn't like it that I called them out on it. If one of my compatriots or friends is down on the ground and suffering and hurting and in pain, they attacked the fact that I had a complete emotional breakdown, which is not funny. People can die of fucking heart attacks with that, and they thought it was funny. I didn't think it was funny. And I could start name dropping about a dozen names right now. Names I will never forget that are burned in the back of my brain for how they fucking treated me. Car rides, money, buying their stupid fucking coins, buying their fucking t-shirts. Meanwhile, Saber Guild Empire Temple, if I remember correctly, still has a big tub of mine with extension cords and Nerf guns. I know I'll never get it back, but they took it for free, right? Fucking thieves. Just like a certain leader of theirs was shining the light from their fucking lightsaber hilt on their asses by St. Mark's Place in Manhattan when I first met them. And then cheats on his wife. The fuck out of here. And I'm the bad guy. Meanwhile, half of them are fucking ex-alcoholics. Half of them went to fucking jail themselves. Some of them are divorced. And I'm the bad guy. Look at that stack of envelopes, folks. All done, all dressed up, and all ready to go. But, should I give you guys a rundown of what my what my backlog looks like. There's a lot. And there's still some in my bedroom yet. I should actually consolidate all of it. Oh, damn. There's so much of it in my fucking bedroom closet up on my shelves. If I move one thing, I'm gonna have to move everything, and I'm not digging through all my stuff. There's a lot. There's a lot. So, I think I showed this to you guys before in earlier live streams and videos. That's the Aoshima Enterprise D. This is the Generations version that I have on display right here, right on my TV stand, as a matter of fact. It needs a little bit of a cleaning, but eventually we'll get to this guy. I got the Enterprise D from Diamond Select, the big guy. I got two different versions of the Enterprise E from Diamond Select, or Diamond Collectibles, whatever you want to call them. Transformers, sneakers, jerseys. I mean, geez, it's just a lot, man. There's so much, you know, I don't even know where to start. And again, like I said, this just came the other day. The mini Voltron. I want to get the mini Die Ruger 15, or the vehicle Voltron. That's next. I'd like to get that. That's on my to-do list. Obviously, I just showed these before. I'll show them again. The World's Greatest Dad sneakers. I definitely got to review these. There's just too much of it, guys. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's just boxes. I'm afraid to touch anything. If I touch anything, everything's going to collapse. There's a lot. We got Shockwave, which finally showed up. I got him. He came early. Big Convoy. That was funny. If you actually watched the YouTube short that I did with this guy when I went to Walmart, that I found two boxes like this. One had the actual Big Convoy in it. The second box had like some weird other Transformers toy that somebody did a toy swap and returned it and got their money. God, people are fucking scumbags, aren't they? And I took it right to the assistant manager and I said, you guys got ripped off. So there's just too much of it, guys. I really don't want to dig through this. There's a lot. I still got the Ultra Magnus. I ordered for Missing Link Ironhide. And now they're going to release Missing Link Ratchet. I'm going to skip over Grimlock, because I have Studio Series Grimlock there. I'm not going to waste my time getting another one. So, we will see. Alexa, what's the current temperature?
Right now, it's 79 degrees Fahrenheit.
Kissing 80. I think that's about it, guys. So I got all my eBay orders up to date and processed. I'm going to get them out. I can definitely touch some grass right about now. I need some fresh air. You know, and I did wake up late today because I slept like a fucking million years. So, but thank you again, everybody, for supporting each other and the channel and all that kind of stuff. I'm sorry about all the drama. I really am. I'm not an apologist, but it's been this has been very tough. It's been a very, very tough time. And I'm hoping it's finally over. I'm really hoping that it's finally over. So let me get on out of here. I'll get these eBay orders out, and then I'll see what I do. I really got to get on the ball with my eBay listings, and I got to get some reviews going. I might start off slow. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I just don't know, guys. Anyway, again, thank you very much, everyone. We'll see. Late night drive? Maybe. Well, let me see how the rest of the night turns out. I kind of like taking those drives, and it's good for the car and the car's computer anyway, because there's still some lights that are popping up on my dash. Eventually, this is the month I have to get my car to the mechanic and get some of these electrical issues rectified, because I can't keep putting it off anymore at this point. But the car needs to have mileage in order for the car's computer to reset itself. So, but we'll see what happens. No promises. What I'm going to do from now on, guys, if I do a live stream, or if I intend on doing a live stream, just sneak a peek over at my community page. You know, if I don't post anything for a day or two, don't freak out. You know, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I appreciate you guys are looking out and all of that stuff, but you know, don't you don't have to freak out or worry about it or worry about me. But I do appreciate the sentiment, guys. Listen, I do read your comments, and I do see some of the comments. You know, and I'm grateful that you guys do care enough to follow this kind of stuff and just don't end up in my shoes, man. It sucks. But I will try to be a little bit more forthcoming when it comes to my live streams and what I'm doing here on the channel. I think I owe you guys that much at least. So let me get these eBay orders to the post office. I might go take a drive over to Sam's Club. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Everyone, again, thank you very much for your continued support. And that's it. I'll see you very soon, guys. God bless you all.